How are we doing, everyone? Sam here from United People's TV. Here after that performance against Fenerbahce, 2-1 loss in Istanbul. South scores an absolute worldie. Second goal in like 4 games that United have conceded a really early goal, but that was bad from Man United. Really bad. Like Olympiacos, David Moyes bad as far as I'm concerned. Second half we had 4 strikers on the pitch: Ibrahimovic, Martial, Rashford and Rooney, but there was zero plan from that team going forward. There was zero cohesiveness in that attack. Players didn't know what they were doing, and players, when they had the ball, other than Rooney's cracking goal that he scored in the 88th minute, they didn't look like they wanted to play football. Man United literally only came alive from the 88th minute to the 93rd, 94th, whatever it was. That was an atrocious match of football. Obviously, Paul Pogba got injured in the first half. That doesn't help Man United's situation right now. But when it rains, it pours. And it is pouring on Man United right now. As I said, 2 worldie goals from Fenerbahce. They won't probably score those goals that good again. Sal, and then I can't remember who scored the free kick, but it was a cracking free kick as well. But from front to back at Man United, there's just problems. I mean, I'd love you to tell me what the problems are, because I'm not really sure what they are anymore. We've got a squad which on paper is capable of challenging in all competitions, but at the moment they look like they're playing Sunday League football. From every single player front to back there. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, when he came on, was useless. Rooney, apart from his goal, was useless. Anthony Martial was our best player, which is not really saying much because he was quite ineffective. But let me know what you think about that game from Man United, because it's not a one-off. It's not as if we've just had a cracking game against Burnley and then come here. We obviously played well against Burnley, but we didn't score. We have 4 strikers on a pitch here, and it was only a worldie from Rooney right at the end. It was very Louis van Gaal-esque at certain points, in that we were plenty of possession, but there was just no incisive pass from midfield to attack, and it made it very easy for Fenerbahce to defend. And teams have done that to us this season. Hull have done it to us. Burnley have done it to us. Once you sit deep and you sit disciplined against United, we always find it hard to break that down. And I'm not really sure where to move on from here. We've got Swansea coming on Sunday. And after drawing to Burnley and losing to Chelsea, it's literally a must-win game. We're already 7 points off 4th position. But I'm going to read a couple of your comments out now and see what you think about the game. Pigeons for Life saying Ibra was bad and Manchester United need to change the tactics. I don't know what Man United need to change. We had Henrik Mkhitaryan on, we had Mata on, we had Ibrahimovic, Rashford, Rooney, Martial, Herrera. That was not a second-string team by any stretch of the imagination. But there was no creativity in there whatsoever. Matteo Darmian, his final ball was poor. But I don't... When you play 2 wingers that are strikers, they're obviously going to naturally move inside, and United had a serious lack of width against Fenerbahce. And it made it so easy for them to defend. As soon as Martial went out left and hugged on the left wing, we actually looked like we were going to create some issues for them. But other than that, it was just a dross performance. As I said, Olympiacos Part 2, because things are really going from bad to worse for United right now. And you can look at the Chelsea game in isolation and say, oh, that's all right. It's not all right, but we can move on from that. We beat Man City. But then Burnley comes, 36 shots and we don't score. Now this comes, Fenerbahce losing away. 9th game in European football without a win. Now we're playing Swansea on Sunday. Worst comes to worst, we lose there as well. And then we play Arsenal at home. We've got Zorya Lahadz coming up in the Europa League. It has been a shit start to the season for Man United, and that is putting it politely. But the big worry for me is that I don't see one issue in this team. I see a collection of players who are yet to play as a team. I don't really know what to say anymore. I'm sort of speechless at how bad United were against a Fenerbahce team. They pumped 4-1 at Old Trafford. And we were playing strong players. And let me know your comments. I'm going to read a couple more out. Emir saying, I think it's just the fans of Fenerbahce were too good. Nah, they were alright, but United were just bad. Just bad. Frankenstein saying there's a lack of team chemistry and team confidence looks low in general. Yeah, it does. But these players are big players, excellent players. They need to start pulling their socks off, and I don't know where the fault lies. Obviously, Jose Mourinho takes some being the manager. I think Ibrahimovic coming on for Pogba was questionable. His subs all season, let's be honest, have been quite questionable. But every player on the pitch there just look confused. I don't know whether that's down to the tactics or whether they're down to the fact that they're out of form completely. But Man United have got to shape up fast, because this season is really going to start slipping away from us unless we pull our socks up. It's what is it? Start of November now, and we're 7 points off top. No, we're 7 points off fourth in the Premier League. We're now third in our Europa League group. FA Cup hasn't started. League Cup, we're still there, but I don't know what to say anymore. Let me know your comments in the comment box below, but that's a very embarrassing performance from Man United, and it doesn't help the club at a time where things really aren't going well for Jose in what has been a poor start. Where do United move on from this? Can we do it against Swansea? Let me know in the comments below, but I'll see you later, eh?